Yeah. All right. My Trinidad and Tobago. Whoa, whoa. My Trinidad and Tobago. Keep my heart full of fire that burns so bright. Dedicated to everything that's right. Keep unity and equality in La Trinity. It's one heart, one soul. So great, so bold. We building stronger. Together, we climbing higher and we reaching further. It's one heart, one soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This land is my land and my legacy. Our forefathers and foremothers fought vehemently, united so that we stand independently. Celebrating our nation's first half century, with a culture so inherently in all our being. I love the way we walk and talk with rhythm and such melody. I salute my country, my Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, my Trinidad and Tobago. Keep my heart full of fire that burns so bright, dedicated to everything that's right. Keep unity and equality.
Somebody messaged me the other day and tell me, Philip, as you start the video, share boy. Don't give you no music. People know you now and they done. The reason is I have to play all the music at the start is we have a lot of groups and a lot of threads and WhatsApp members, and everybody has to get the link to let them know that we're here. So we're here. Today's nomination day. It's nomination day in Trinidad and Tobago 2020 election day. And please share the video and let's have a conversation. I mean, some of you may not understand why I am putting this much into this fight. Why am I putting this much into this fight? Other people can sit down. I see other people, let's call some names, right? I see people who use this medium and they come to express their opinions on Trinidad and Tobago, and I think that they're entitled to that. Let's get out of the way. I think everybody's entitled to their opinions, and where it gets lost is those who get paid from political parties to come across as if neutral, when in fact they are actual tools of an existing political organization. And while both the PNM and the UNC may not be one organization, I can guarantee you this: they sing for the same groups of people. They benefit the same groups of people when they are in office. And that makes you, if you're getting paid by the UNC or the PNM, and you're speaking for the UNC or the PNM, and you're thinking that you're doing that from a good place, and you don't know that you're actually speaking for the people that have destroyed this country and have looted it. And I'll tell you something. Make no mistake, people have become fabulously wealthy in Trinidad and Tobago of nothing more than subcontracting contracts, which means they support a party and they win all the contracts in a constituency, or even more than that, they win national contracts, and then they sell the contracts, they farm out the contracts. So they know actual contractors who do building work, like Unicom. Unicom, who got the contract from Udicot, farmed out the contract to a fella named Harvey, who owns a business called Unique Woodworking. And they farmed it out to another person named Andre Ashe, who owns Pressure Concrete Plus. And between Andre Ashe and Pressure Concrete Plus and Harvey and Unique Woodworking, I want to tell you Harvey's last name. I'm not playing anymore. Because if I write Trinidad, we save Trinidad. Harvey Sori owns a company called Unique Woodworking. Unique Woodworking did pretty much all the work that was soft work, and Andre Ashe at Pressure Concrete Plus did all the hard work. Now Unicom, remember this, Unicom, a company that the wife of the Minister of Health, Terence Dialsing, she has a senior position in Unicom, if not the front for Unicom. But Unicom won the bid from Udicott for $108 million, $17 million to do the cottage in President's House, and the balance $89 million to do President's House itself. Harvey is trying to get $8 million. This is what I've been told from Unicom. Ramesh Lawrence Maraj is his attorney. This is the information I have. And they are suing Unicom for money that is owed to Unique Woodworking. Andre Ashe is suing Unicom for money that is owed to Pressure Concrete Plus for the work that was done at President's House. All Unicom had to do was win the bid, and win a bid of $108 million to pay out $12 million. What was the rest of the money? Now, Udicott is suing me for defamation for telling you this, for giving you this information. But all of this information, it's easy to write a pre-action protocol letter. If I wanted, I could sue this cop right now. I could write a pre-action protocol letter against this cop, demanding that whatever I want to demand. I just want to tell you how stupid it is. Because from a lawyer, a pre-action protocol letter don't mean nothing. You can throw it in the dustbin. It don't mean nothing until it goes before a judge, and a judge gets to look at it and weigh the evidence. Now, the evidence in President's House and the Red House, Udicott is suing me to silence me from talking to you about the racket that is taking place under Keith Rowley government. Keith Rowley and his very close band of 3 allies that he was working together with when they built the insanity at Las Alturas that cost us $100 million, and then we had to spend $100 million in a commission of inquiry, only to find out that we need to spend $25 million to demolish Las Alturas. And the man who was in charge of that project, answerable to Keith Rowley as Minister of Planning then, so a fellow by the name of Noel Garcia, and the man that's responsible for President's House and the Red House under Keith Rowley as Prime Minister is the head of Udicott, a fellow by the name of Noel Garcia. The PNM is a cult. The PNM is a bandit factory. The PNM has looted this country. There is a small cabal of Syrians now that have displaced everybody else because they pump some money into the PNM and they sucking it dry. You hear some names public. We don't care that you hear the name. They get all kind of contract now for now. COVID money spent wild. Who is it anyway? The point I'm trying to make to Trinidad and Tobago is, if I am right, anything I'm telling you, you're supposed to demand the beginning of a process that checks every single project we've ever issued. If Unicom has paid or is owing to pay because they're suing for the money, they ain't getting the money. But if Unicom is owing Unique Woodworking and Pressure Concrete Plus for all of the work that was done on President's House for less than 20% of the money that was paid by Udicott to Unicom, what was all that money for? What did Terence Dialsing's wife and her partners in, I want to say crime, but I had to say Unicom, what did they get? How did they win that bid if they didn't do the work? If they never could have done the job? What? Because you see, and I say this again, we don't have the machinery in the Progressive Empowerment Party to lead a national investigation into the $500 million spent on the Red House. But that is what the system has done. The system has done that to us. I am facing a pre-action protocol letter from Udicott for defamation, for calling them out on the Red House, and from Noel Garcia. And they've sent us all of the information that we requested from our Freedom of Information request that just begins to beg the question for more. Now I don't know who there is in Trinidad and Tobago that I could go to and say, Unicom won a bid and then farmed the bid out for, let's say, less than 50%. That, in any civilized country, would be corruption. In any civilized country. If I was the commissioner of police and I was the de facto person responsible for investigating fraud. And I've heard Mr. Phillip Edward Alexander put himself repeatedly at risk, because while the rest of them squirreling away money, Phillip is putting himself at risk time and again, fighting for a country without the power of office. Now, if I am the commissioner of police, and I'm hoping Gary Griffith sees this, because he is the commissioner of police and the fraud squad is his. Now, if Gary Griffith hears that I am saying that they spent $17 million to renovate a cottage that's not worth $2 million, Gary needs to investigate that. I am not supposed to go inside a UD court and get the evidence for the police. Gary, as commissioner of police and the fraud squad, supposed to respond to this. It has triggered court matters. The beneficial contractors who did the work on President's House are suing Unicom right now, trying to get their money. So what did all Gary has to ask? Unique Woodworking. Now, I am doing the job of so many people in this country. All Gary has to do is ask Unique Woodworking, Harvey Suri, and Andre Ashe, the owner of Pressure Concrete Plus, what did they do and what did they charge for it? And if the work between them is less than $50 million, and Unicom was paid $108 million, and all they did was win the contract and pass it on, when they fired Harvey, they hired Laban's family from Arima to finish the project. So I'm asking this. Why is there nobody in Trinidad and Tobago investigating that? $17 million is paid every year for used plywood and oil barrels to prop up a stage for carnival. That's not worth $1 million if you buy it. But you're renting it every year for $17 million. Why is nobody investigating that? Why? We open gates and then we close them. And I am so fed up of Trinidad and Tobago and how it is run. And I'm saying to you, all of you, and I'm out here again now, and we have 4 weeks. We have 4 weeks to get this right. We have 4 weeks to get this right. And the people who are talking on Facebook, the people who use this medium to talk, they have every right to do that. But from the moment they start propping up others who have held office before, you have to ask questions. From the moment they start propping up others, now don't get me wrong, I still believe, it is my view, Gary Griffith is the best man for that job. I have always believed that the political system in this country is going to frustrate him. And I tell you this, if you vote us into office, we will free Gary to do the job, and you will see what he is really capable of. You will see that. You will see his abilities then. I think that he is frustrated by the existing system. I don't want to say the things I want to say because it's me alone. I mean, I am the only person fighting these fights. I am the only person that has anything on the line. I am the only person who puts skin in the game. When I come out to fight these fights, I fight it as me. When you look at the little PNM trolls who waited for their brother to grow up in a size so they could inherit his jockey shorts, so they could say they have a new jockey shorts, bad talking me on Facebook, I don't have no URP, CPEP, HDC, NLP, ORT, any of the alphabet soups of government handouts. I've never had one. I've never taken anything from anybody. Nothing. I have worked my life and got my own things. So when I put in my $5,000 on the line for Trinidad and Tobago, my deposit, when you're wearing your brother jockey shorts, or if Rowley own your jockey shorts because you get a URP job and that is what pay for your jockey shorts, let's talk about me now, brother. Because my jockey shorts, I buy it. When that little Petrotrin security guard, because kill him dead, he's the biggest national security person in the world, you know. And he fall out with the Progressive Empowerment Party. He was in the Progressive Empowerment Party for about 2 months. And he fall out with this party because I insisted that Gary Griffith was the best national security minister this country has ever had. And if he were not Commissioner of Police, because he wasn't Commissioner of Police at the time, if he were not Commissioner of Police, he would be my first choice. And Mr. Man threw a tantrum. Now, I'm not knocking security guards. I know some hard-working security guards, some very capable security guards. But I know what Gary Griffith is capable of, and I'm not going to contrast and compare him to a Petrotrin security guard. And that's who has been on Facebook. I want to tell you, before elections, I am going to do a live video. It might even be tonight. I may start tonight and go through every allegation, even though I don't have to. I will go through every allegation ever made about me. Some you may never have heard, and I'll mention them to you so that you will know some of the things that I have had to put up with. But this, I want to deal with a couple of them, because this security guard is making videos saying, don't vote PNM, don't vote PNM at all, and he outlining all the reasons. And then he said, don't vote PP because PP is an ex-PNM. How he come to that? How he come to that is because his feelings are hurt. His feelings are hurt. He used to come to PEP meetings and sit down next to me. And he goes on live videos. And you could see, if I do a video and I change a style, I change up my style. I started to do videos where I give you repetitive, vote as if, vote as if, vote as if. And then somebody sent me my boy video and he doing the same thing. And he like my outside child. I don't have to go and do a DNA test to see if somehow he is my child and he trying to punish me. I don't know. But he outside there and he bad talking Pep only because his feelings hurt. Akila Bermudez bad talking Phillip Alexander because her feelings hurt. And today somebody sent me a screenshot of her sharing one of my posts saying facts. Facts. That's what she's saying today. So Aidan Crixus Chenal Young asked her, you and Phillip make up? She said, excuse me? Because you see, what a lot of people do is they can't do what I do. So they steal my words and they share my words as if it is theirs. A Calypsonian, what's his name? Who sang Rowley Mother Count? Share a whole post of mine as if it was his and was lauding himself in the conversation until Felicia went to him on the thread and said, bro, this plagiarism. You're an artist. You should be against plagiarism. You plagiarize Phillip words and you're discussing it with people as if you wrote it. And there are plenty of them do that. So plenty of them come and take my words and go out on Facebook and share it for likes and shares, because likes and shares make you feel like you matter. And that's cool. I get that. I absolutely get that. But what she didn't know was that she was sharing facts, and she said with such passion, my words. So others told her, clearly she doesn't know it is Phillip Alexander's words that she's sharing. And all of them are the same. All of them are the same. They do this thing where they're angry with Phillip, they throw in a tantrum, but they still can't do what I do. This is not a boast. Mr. Man asks about some people in his video, Mr. Petrotrin security guard, who told Mama Coco that he was a talk show host. Now I asked Stefan Reese if he was ever a talk show host. Stefan said nope. He used to come and sit down on the Synergy set until he ran out of gas money. And then he stopped coming for free. What he was paying him, he was just coming for likes and shares, and attention. These are people that if they had gotten a hug as a child, they probably would not be this badly behaved. But as for something else, because you see, I fighting a fight with an end in sight. In 4 weeks' time, see this live video that you're watching? This live video is now counting down. Its shelf life is within reach. This whole page that 45,000 people follow is counting down 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Because in 4 weeks' time, I am either in government or I done. All the people that sit on the sidelines to talk with nothing, no reason for talking, just talking. They can't lead you to something else. They can't direct you to something else. They say, don't take column A, don't take column B. Here is column C. They have nothing to offer you. So they're just talking for talking's sake. And again, don't get me wrong, that's their right. But if you don't have what I have, don't bad talk me. If you can't do, like I tell Rowley, I tell Fitzgerald Hines, come out from behind the Balize cult. Your name, man. You want to talk about Rowley today. Pep, who Pep? What Pep? But he forget how they used to slap him up in Mason Hall and kick him out of Tobago. That if Manning didn't see barking dog potential in him and drop him in Diego Martin West, that is so heavily voter padded with government housing that PNM people were gifted in exchange for votes from the NHA to the HDC. If Rowley wasn't there, you'd have never know what was a Keith or a Rowley. And he's talk big, like it hanging low, slapping the inside of his tie when he walk. That's how we think he is. Because unlike Manning, you see Manning, the night he lost to Kamala 2010, these same people, I tell them, put a man on a suicide watch. You know it is to come down from 20 years of capo, tito, capo, to people pelting you with rotten mango in one night, to drive from La Fantasy to Sumara Gardens. I see his bald-head son come to play the same romp, go on Ozenville Princess Mall today, and telling them, I look forward to meeting your needs. I was down there last week. Brother, turn around. You go see their needs. You have black people children skating on a whole piece of galvanized as a bridge. You have black people children playing in a park that if they fall down, they get tetanus from the ground. Turn around, you go see their needs, Brian. But you're on a stunt. You're on a stunt. But back to Mr. Petrotrin security guard. Because he getting little likes and shares, mimicking me. And it's like, cool. He get to walk around feeling he's the black Phil. No problem at all. Do what I do how I do it, copy my style, use my words, play my music, talk my policies, no problem. You know and I know, and those are the only people who need to know. When you're watching me, face to face, all the venom you have, when you reach to watching me face to face, son, I want you to hear me. You have never had anything that I needed. And because I exist, you could now stunt for them. So you ask, and I want to answer, that there were some intelligent people that was in the party that left. So that we deal with the intelligent people that just say left. Suzette Lower. How did Suzette Lower come to be in this party? Because Inshan Ishmael copied one of Suzette Lower's posts and passed it off as his own, and I slapped him down publicly and brought her into the public space. Suzette liked what we were doing. She joined the Progressive Empowerment Party. It didn't work out. She was there for about a month. It didn't work out. She went her way. She didn't bill it. She didn't bring the tablecloths. She didn't help make the bed sheets. She didn't clean the floor. She didn't really have anything to do but show up. She used to come to the meetings, rarely. But we gave her post and we gave her position because she had ability, but it didn't work out. Not every relationship work out. I show that same Petrotrin security guard, if he cast his mind back to the last woman who threw him out of the house, he'll realize that not every relationship works out. And that if Suzette has something bad to say about me, the last woman say, you used to beat her. Now she could be lying. I never thought of you to be a wife beater, but I always make mistakes. With people, I have such a big and open heart that if you come to me nice, I treating you nice. So I thought that there was possibility. We bring people in the party, get them in position. If it didn't work out, all right, it didn't work out. He asked about Dilworth. Let me tell you about Dilworth. Dilworth Braffett is an American. Used to be a Trinidadian. He's in the United States Army. He says, he talks about the levels of confidentiality clearance, whether it's secret clearance, top secret clearance, whatever. I've been told by other people that for you to get that, you have to denounce the Trinidad and Tobago flag. You're not dual citizen anymore. You're totally full American. Good. But I ain't knocking that. We used to work together. Made him deputy political leader in the earlys. When the party started to grow and we needed people on the ground, brother, you're in America. And that's cool. A lot of our best people, supporters and financiers and things are abroad. But to actually cut the road, put on the gravel, compact it, come back with the oil sand and the pitch, and then roll it, you need people on the ground. So we needed people on the ground. He didn't like the fact that I told him he had to give up the deputy political leader position. So he left in a huff. He took some people and like a reverse Moses, took them into the desert and got them lost. This week gone here, a fellow by the name of Nikolai Edwards, who formed a party named the Progressive Party, came to meet with us, with his team. Excuse me for 1 second. I needed to get my air conditioner removed. Came to meet with us with his team. Now, Nikolai is a guy who told me he was going to be forming a political party. And I gave him a lot of good advice. A lot of advice, and he said it was good advice. But then I found out that Nikolai formed a party called the Progressive Party, which was the first time somebody named a party close to ours, which was the Progressive Empowerment Party. And I took that with some outrage because it looked like he was trying to pass off. And then I found out that it was this Dilwood guy who was behind him and financing him. And the reason that we were upset by this time is because when Dilwood left, he went and tried to form another party with a fellow called Amjad Khan, AJ Khan. That lasted about a month. They formed something else, the ORI or some independent something. Because all of them have this idea. Carolyn just had the idea that if you stand up close to other people, you could say, we're not really in a relationship, but we're standing up next to each other. That's what Better United was supposed to be, and that's what all these independent organizations are supposed to be. You do you, we do we, we're just not fighting each other. That sounds like something until you actually pick that madness up and put it in a parliament and expect it to function. But we're talking about that tonight. We're talking about when Nikolai explained to Felicia, he's there with his full team. So he's there with 3 people. They have 2 others who didn't come. And then we found out that Dilwood and another of the people, Diana Kelly, were behind them. And I thought, there's a lot of structure for one man. So we had a meeting after they left. And we said, listen, if that's who controlling this party, let's let them put their money where their mouth is. So they wanted to do a coalition with us, and we were open to the idea, but we said, bring 3 candidates, just 3. We were fielding 31, we were aiming for 39. Bring 3. Bring 3 and we'll do business. They couldn't find 2 others. Mr. Petrotrin security guard, your friend Dilwood, couldn't find 2 besides the Nikolai that he latched on to. Not 2 other people. Not even Diana Kelly, who have all the mouth in the world hiding behind a pillow and a sheet. She can't come out and face you. Not even her had the balls. For all the talk, there is talk. You see, it's easy to talk, but you see today was nomination day. Today was the day the people with balls went out and got themselves nominated to run for an election. All the talk, if it's not for this, is for nothing. It's like farting in a breeze. Warm feeling, but ain't doing nothing for nobody. All of our talk was for this. Today, Ali G. Ali G was a PEP fundraiser in New York City. She was the first person in charge of PEP New York, and we had no problem. To this day, I can't think of a problem that I and Ali G could have, but Dilwood took Ali G when he was leaving. She is one of the people that he took and got lost in the desert. And I had to watch her go because I can't own nobody. And I loved Ali G. And I still miss her dearly. But that's one of the people Dilwood took when he thought that he could do what I do. 4 attempts at political parties later, his one candidate party, Nikolai, ended up coming right back to me, hoping to bask in the glory of the Progressive Empowerment Party that some were working at pulling down hard for years. Mr. Petrochin security guard. You also mentioned, who else you mentioned? I can't remember now. You mentioned Ali G, Dilwood, Suzette. You mentioned Anthony Defoe. Anthony Defoe is tonight supposed to be the Congress of the People candidate for Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West. Now I went looking to find the Congress of the People's candidates, because for all the talk Carolyn talk, and she had plenty quantum leap to talk, she quiet today. I can't get Earl Fabian on the phone, so I don't know if he went through. I'm asking people, where do I get the list of all the people with balls? All of the people who did what Lima McLeod Wilkinson did today, on her child's birthday, on the day when one of them was signing up in school, and she had to go and pick up her next one from her next daycare or something that she's dealing with. A working woman, Lima McLeod Wilkinson, wife, mother, public servant, went today with her papers in order and made sure she was nominated as the candidate for Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West. So Anthony Defoe, I hope with all the talk, you talk all over the place, Mama Coco and Papa Toto, I hope all that talk you talk, you had balls to back it up. Because as of now, if you're not, you could borrow balls from Lima. I hope so. Man to man. Because I'm trying to call Tony, I'm hoping Akila answer. And we had to clean the house. I tell her 4 weeks from now I'm out of politics. 4 weeks from now I can burn, you know. 4 weeks from now, Trinidad could, there's nothing more I could do. I have a migraine headache right now. When I was outside CNC tree, I have a migraine headache doing this. Tony.
Hello.
Akila, darling, we live. Everybody hearing you and me. How was the nomination process today for Tony in Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West? Tony was.
What did it have to do with you?
Tony nominated today?
Were you nominated?
Yes, I was. Was Tony?
What's his name?
Tony got nominated today, Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West?
Were your 31 candidates?
No, today we are 29. One wife died and two didn't make it.
Lovely.
The COP had 4.
Okay, well,
Tony was 1. Tony made it today? Was he nominated today? You answered his phone. Was he nominated today as a candidate for Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West?
Enjoy the rest of your
Aquila Benitez. Was he nominated today? Plastic balls. Tony Defoe. Today, all that talk for Mama Coco and Papa Toto was for nothing. You're a little boy. You're a plastic man. And you want to, look, and again, Mr. Petrotrin security guard, I come back by you. Who else you have? Who else name you have that you think that was so important in the Progressive Empowerment Party like you? You, Mr. Petrotrin security guard, who talking to them and you're pretending to be me. You outside there bad talking me and the Progressive Empowerment Party for 2.5 years now, and you can't build a sandcastle. What's the point of you, Gabriel Osuna? What's the point of you? You're bad, you sit down in the pet for 2 months, you leave for 2.5 years now, and you're still tooted. You're like a man who get a bad horn. You're there out there talking about me, pretending to be me, bad talking me, 2.5 years, and you can't build nothing. You ain't build nothing. You tell them, meet me in a mall, I can buy all your chicken and chips. Nothing. Nothing. Akila, to her, she's excited that we didn't get 39, we only get 31, and you reach 29. But she can't do that. They can't do that. Not in 100 lifetimes. Not with the whole corps. Not with the whole corps and Better United and DPTT and Garvin Nicholas and MND. Not all of them combined. Not even Louis Leasing and his 150 years in the trenches in the PNM. His daughter-in-law is still the PRO. He's still, none of them, not one. His daughter is his son is the head of Trinidad and Tobago Publishers and Broadcasting Association since it formed. None of them, none, not one. Not one, singular or together. No, Tony can't answer his own phone. Tony going to, watch now, Tony in trouble. Tony in trouble. And after the election done, when all they get quiet, because everybody will. Somebody's going to win the election, and in the next 2 years, everybody going to get quiet. Because they have no talk to talk. They have nobody to talk it to. They have nowhere to march, nobody to riot. Gary will rest water cannon and all else. You can't come out in the street, you can't argue, you can't fight. Faris gonna turn off social media. Stuart wanna help him with that and send jackboot fellas in your house. So it'll come a time when Suzette left, and you can't blame her. She realized she can't fit into nobody's political party, so she picked up everything and she gone. Took her family and went to Amsterdam, where it works. That country works. Mr. Petrotrin man have nowhere to go and nobody to go by. And when this done, August 11th, his whole life over. Nothing he could say after that, live here, will be of interest to anybody. Nothing. I out here a long time. All of these who now learn and just come, who feel like this is a continuing thing, August 11, there is his silence. Nobody speaks. 100 days the new government gets. 100 days. So for all the talk you talk, and all the hit you hit, you couldn't get nominated, Tony. And Felicity told me tonight, if Tony was in the PEP today, they'd be fawning all over him for his nomination. He'd be posting big on Facebook, out and bad. Watch me. Watch me. He'd have come out in the finery. Today, Trinidad. Tonight, quiet. You go on their walls, quiet. The last thing Akila post was my post. She didn't know it was my post. And she posted with facts. Because she didn't know it was my post. So you call that a blind study. If you tell them I like Cokes more than anything, and they give you a 3 glass, Coke, Pepsi, RC, and you know what is what? You drink one, is I love this one. If it ain't Cokes, you get catch. So you're bad talking me all over the place, but when my words, when you stumble upon something I say, and you didn't know it's I say facts, you get exposed. You get caught with your drawers showing. Move to the side. Move away. Because it's easy to bad talk. It's easy to bad talk. Watch now. It's easy to be in the PNM and play it lashing all by my knee bouncing when I walk. Watch me as an elephant. Come out from behind the balisade. Stand up like me, like man. Come out. You think Rudal, if he come out of UNC, anybody know him? You see him on the side of the road looking for a taxi and nobody will stop for him. Like Tony tomorrow. Like Tony tomorrow. They bad. They bad. Knocking. You hear when I walk in? Because of the balisade, because of the cult, because you took public funds, because you were allowed to misbehave in public office and steal public funds and pay for things for people that you kept down and you kept them poor, you kept them from developing, so they panicked and they scared. So this morning they're outside waving for Colm. If you see these people, oh God, waving for Colm in birth. Not even inside Colm house people care about him that much. Not even home by him. I have seen pictures of Colm in fetes, in parties. I see Colm Carnival Tuesday, the whole band make a circle around him and leave him by himself. Nobody don't like Colm Mbert, you know. Colm Mbert don't like Colm Mbert. And I'm going to cut that Dwayne ass in Dogo Martin notice and I want him to hear me come in. Brother, I bring in 4 phones in case any get lost because I know my phones can't get looked for like your sons. But come in, Dwayne. And this time, gloves off, because it's for all the marbles. I want to be the man that drag your stunted ass figuratively and kick you in the seat of your political ass figuratively out of the politics. My entire campaign is fire Colm. Baxter, if it's me you're talking to tonight, switch off, you know. It's fire tonight. Today was nomination day. We're playing by nobody else's rules, you know. come out here to say, hire me and I will fix it. Hire me and the reservoirs would have water. Hire me and the broken pipes would fix. Hire me and you would have water in your pipe tonight instead of stories and sorries from WASA and the government. Hire me and those who steal money from the public purse will make a jail. Hire me and when you're walking in the hospital with your family is good evening sir, good night ma'am, how can we be of service? Hire me and if your child not doing well in school, when you go and sit down in the school, the teacher, the vice principal, the principal and the education supervisor there with you want to find out what's going on with this child. Hire me and the price of food will come down. Hire me and the price of a unit of work will go up and match the cost of living with the cost of earning. Hire me and the drug traffickers that using our US to move cocaine between North America and England and Canada and Colombia and South America through Trinidad and Tobago, all that done. Hire me, fire calm. Those of you living in Diego Martin Northeast, fire that stunting ass because I promise you, once a week you will see me there. Come and tell me your story. Hire me. And you see when I pick this up and I make a call, wherever is your problem, if it is our problem, it's solved. Hire me. Maraval never want for water again. Hire me and they will pave. Not just at election time. They will maintain roads that need maintaining. They'll do it properly. When WASA dig the ground, WASA will move away and a proper road paving company will come in, put down substrate, compact it, then put the layer, dirt, compact that, and then pitch it. So that after the pitch, it don't collapse and make a new hole. Hire me and we will fix Trinidad and Tobago. And you know that. The 1% contract mafia is well aware of that. Because if you hire me, plenty of them going and fly out, but we will follow you. Hire me, I promise you, the justice system will be functional. Hire me, we end the backlog. Hire me, we put a timer on the courts. Hire me, 24 hours from arrest to charge and release. Hire me, 6 months from charge to prosecution or release. Hire me 1 year for the case to complete or the case collapse. And judges who preside over too many collapsing cases will be reassigned to Miss Universe and Miss Trinidad and Tobago to judge that. Hire me and we will clean up the police service by working with the New York City Police Department to bring internal affairs here. Hire me, we will set up the maritime security wall, move the port of Port of Spain, unstuff the containers at port, no matter what Doma think. We will unstuff the containers on the port and get the drugs out of Trinidad and Tobago. Hire me, once we stop the guns, the police will be able to pick up guns night after night. I know police officers want to build their own mansion and they will build it picking up bandit gun because as you're coming, again, you're $2,000 cash. Hire me, we pick up all 50,000. That's $100 million and it is money well spent. So when bandit come to hold you up in the Chinese restaurant, they come in with slingshot. Hire me and we will fix it from the top down. Hire me, we will outlaw and abolish local government, regional health authorities, the Tobago House of Assembly, the police precinct model, and replace it with a functional constituency board of supervisors that gives you people to make 4 eyes 2 and tell them this is working. Hire me. When you see the Petrochin security guard, the rest of the talkers could talk like that. Ask them how, brother, when you couldn't even form a party, you couldn't get 3 people to walk behind you, you can't come up with a plan outside of what you copy and paste from Phillip Alexander, and if I try to hire you now, I can't, because you're not available for a vote. So hush. Now, the time is up for the stunt artists and the talkers. It's over. I nearly killed myself with that one. Let's talk. Hire me. And the EMBD will explain, the estate management business, whatever, will explain who they sell all we land to, so we can go back and take back all we land. Hire me. And the Education Facilities Company Limited will be shut down. All children's books will be put on the cloud for free. Hire me. The Ministry of Education will begin the process of digitizing the classroom, so even children who can't make it to school will have access to their schoolwork on the cloud and on dedicated television channels per class. Hire me. Just talk about any point you want to talk about. Hire me and all the land we take back from EMBD will put to work with the 41,000 farmers that we have, growing food to make Trinidad food self-sufficient, so the day we really get a COVID-19 that interrupt the supply chain don't make us eat grass. Hire me. Everything that was done by UDCOT for the past 20 years, including when Keith Rowley said, I went to the Prime Minister in August 2003 and told him there was massive bid rigging taking place at UDCOT, 10 times worse than what took place at Piarco. I'll investigate that. Hire me, I'll investigate Rowley and to why he didn't investigate that. Hire me, I'll investigate Rowley and Emailgate. Hire me, I'll investigate Faris, Hitucharan, the guns, 1 and 3 Alexandra Place, and the whole Nahus family. Hire me and I'll find out why no government could have break the justice on time contract, even though the prison service said they didn't need it. Hire me or sink, because Trinidad and Tobago gonna sink, and you can't be so foolish as to react racially when your life in this country is so bitter like Karaili. Nothing works. Nothing in Trinidad and Tobago works. Nothing. There is nothing here that you could point to and say that works as it should. Nothing. Everything I touch, everything I open, everybody I challenge in public life always have to come back and say, you were right, we apologize, we will fix it. I got the police service and the tourist board to fix Maracas. I got the chief election officer to fix a stupid rule for this election. Anything I turn my energy and my attention to gets repaired. Hire me. I'll fix all of it. Hire me, we will stand up in the Senate and explain why we don't need a Senate. Hire me and we will go to the president's house and sell it and get some of our money back. Hire me and we will make Port of Spain functional again by taking all government offices out of Port of Spain and put them in the center of the island so that people don't have to drive for 4 hours every single day in 2 directions. Hire me. You see the traffic in Maraval? Azar don't live in the house again, so you can't match nobody too. Hire me and you see that roundabout you make in the morning, reverse it and put it so permanently, Maraval never have traffic again. Hire me, Trinidad and Tobago, for all the talk and all the trolls and all the sycophants that want to mother this and father that. Come and talk. Real thing. What money in your pocket? What word? How you get it? What's your long-term plan? What's your medium-term plan? Hire me and people will know what that means. Hire me and people will know how to plan their lives, short-term, medium-term, long-term, goal-oriented, how to set something to achieve. Hire me. Hire me. Housing will become affordable. Hire me. Jobs will become job one to the government. Hire me and all those high commissioners and ambassadors will be fired. All the high commissions and embassies will be shut down except for 5. But it will save us $1 billion. $1 billion. Hire me and we'll shut down the Salcott and next $500 million because we will repurpose all of our current waste, all of our current water management system to capture, hold, treat, distribute. Hire me and we will fire but for 5. Europe, Asia, Africa, United Nations, and the Americas. Hire me, and those high commissioners and ambassadors will have 2 jobs. Sell Trinidad to the world and bring foreign direct investment, even if it is sneakers. Even if it is assembling hammer and screwdriver. Hire me, and I will bring to this country so much business, so much opportunity that there will be no more hotspots or at-risk communities in Trinidad and Tobago. Hire me and we will move the Labas to a place outside of Port of Spain. We could even do like China, build an island offshore connected with a bridge to deal with your solid waste management. Hire me and solid waste would include environmental management practices, reduce, reuse, recycle, repair. Hire me. And where the Labas is now, we will build the largest duty-free business center in the Western world outside of America. Hire me and we will bring companies here that will train your children and make superstars of them. We get to a point where Trinidad dollar is 1-to-1 with the US and you're liking yourself. I'm not talking about removing online tax. She just find out about that. I fighting online tax since come announce it. Hire me and we will fix it. All the debts that the UNC and the PNM have put us in, we will sit with the creditors. We will call in China, come, China Railway, China Gingsu, China Changchang, come all of y'all, let's sit down and talk. Because we didn't need a napper, a sapper, a tapper. We certainly don't need a taruba. And, well, maybe the Cuba hospital, but did you already charge us $1 billion? Because our quantity surveyor says 100 million. So I think you have change for us. Let's do a deal. If we can't pay for napper, sapper, and tapper, take it with you when you're going. You know you have a place in China, you can put it. Take it. We don't want it. One back with Pitch Lake. Promise you, we take that back. And yes, we are 1.4 million and China is 1.4 billion. But this is a test for the United Nations. Because everybody know Belt and Road was China's way of expanding the empire. Bribing corrupt public officials, Kamla, Keep, Manning, Pandey, those administrations, corrupt to the core. We had to undo that. You ready to talk those kind of talks? You ready to really open all of the things that have gone on in this country in the past 4 administrations? Forget the rest. Manning, Pandey, Kamala, Rowley. You ready to help me look for the $1 trillion they spent? You ready to help us look at Tobago? How come we've destroyed Tobago instead of maximizing it? You ready to talk those talks? Trinidad and Tobago. You see, when they come at me, when the Aquilas and the Tonys and the Dilwas and the Petrotrin security guard man, when they come at me, I supposed to fold up. What they don't understand about me is that I have a unique skill set. That when you come at me, you remove my compassion. It is just self-defense mode. And self-defense mode burns you to the ground. I don't care. Now, after I burn you to the ground, my compassion will come back and I will feel sorry. That's my problem. And I had to say, without compassion, a lot of these people wouldn't come near me because I am very bright. And everybody admits that. Robert Amar said to me today, you are probably the brightest person in Trinidad and Tobago for problem solving. And the fact that you are not in government or in parliament says something about the country. Now, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. What does they say? Dead. What else did they say? Screaming. And all this kind of shit that they do on Facebook when somebody could attack you. And then I go and I check what they are and what they have, and their families, who they are and what they have. And I can't fight back because I feel sorry. These are people who are suffering, eking out an existence, who are 2 paychecks away from living in the street, and I can't fight them. This is all they have. This is what the PNM did to them. The UNC allowed it. This is what they did to them. Kamala promised them Baji and Bodhi and leave them with nothing when she leave. Nothing. And the talk today, you hear how much policy we just talk? You hear how much policy, but CNC3 that block us today want to talk black and blank. That's what they want the story to be, because if you're distracted by shit, you can't talk food self-sufficiency and food independence and reducing the cost of living. That's beyond you. You can't talk every child can have a prestige education. Madness. You can't say that our public health system can treat everybody with dignity and respect. Once you're talking black and blank, the rest could go away. So we'll make memes, dead, screaming, popcorn. I hear for the comments about what's in the water. But home by you, it dry. And you're smelling stink, your toilet full, your hand no wears and your hand no clothes, dead, screaming, dead in, popcorn, and all that shit aside, you're now living in a personal shithole. And enter into this, me, who all I am trying to do, besides shine a light on it, is come and fix it. Bring Tony back. Bring Aquila. Bring Dilworth. Bring Suzette. Bring Mr. Petrotrin security guard man. Bring all of them. Bring Nikolai, Carolyn Sipasad Bechan, Louis Liseng. Bring them. And let's mold it into something. Give them jobs to do. Give them guidance. Give them direction. Clearly they want to do something with their lives. Carolyn Sipasad Bechan doesn't want to go down in history as the person who finally sunk the COP. But I can't see that she got nominated today. So Better United really was better off dead. All you left Errol and Steve Alvarez holding the bag, because I can't get Steve on the phone. And you know, Errol is my boy and Steve, and I wanted them. And they end up trapped in that better off dead shit. So if Carolyn and the corpse finally dead, then Errol and Steve free. And I need to hold them before they get catch in Kamla slave catcher net that she throw there for national accord. Hear what national accord?
Hello, good evening.
Errol, Phillip, Alexander.
How are you doing, Phillip?
I good. You know, I want to tell you before you say another word that we are live on social media. You okay with that?
Well, you are live on Gaia Partners.
Well then, we live both ways. Errol, how was your nomination signing up today?
How was that?
Did you sign up? Did you put in your papers today?
Of course, I put in my papers today, Philip. I'm officially the only independent running in St. Joseph constituency in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for the 2020 general elections for the Parliament.
And you have my full support and my pride. I am so proud of you again. We worked together last elections. I'm happy to be working together with you again. Do you know if any of the other Better United people also got their papers filed?
So I am almost certain that Carolyn Sipasad Bechan and two other members of the COP would have put in their papers today, that my good buddy Steve Alvarez would have put in his for Moruga Tableland and another member of his party for Arima. And that's it. I just listening that I was feeling any candidates in the election this year.
I'm looking on the COP page now because I had a vested interest to see if any of them, and I'm not seeing anything. I made a call, I just getting double speak, and again any facts. So I'm waiting to find out if it is true. I'm glad to know you and Steve Alvarez. I hope Steve did go through as well. And we have plenty to talk, but I really want to tell you congratulations, brother. You have my full support.
I've been now calling him on Gael, and you wouldn't believe in what context.
Tell me.
George Christopher Gonzalez and I are hosting this show tonight, and we end up talking about the days when we were drugging. And he said it had a couple men who helped him when he was in real trouble doing drugs. And he called your name. And George, tell him what I said when he told me that. That if I didn't know, oh, Phillip, how are you doing, George, your buddy?
My big brother, how are you?
Yeah, boy. I never forget. I said on guys tonight that you're one of the people that really held my hand and made me pull through. He said, George, if I knew that, I would have joined his party.
Hit him too clout and tell him you are my big brother. Tell him you are my big brother.
Yeah. No, but with all of that, George no better answer. He must attempt to clout me. So you put him down, you put him in harm's way there.
Errol, hey, only go back to all the thing. Two better people couldn't be on that show tonight. You and I will talk later on in this week, all right? Take it easy. George, nice hearing from your brother. See that? See where your history is? What George talked about 20 years ago. I am now come out, you know. Some of them who just come, who playing out and bad. I out here a long time. When a man like George Gonzalez, because I never would have put his business in the road. But George could tell you, he was hooked on drugs. And I was his friend. And me and his father, me and George, sat in a vehicle outside of a crack house for 48 hours waiting for George. In a dangerous environment. Just to get him out. And get him clean. And get him sober. So those who think they own him and they know him, George is my friend. Family. More than friend. George family like family to me. I wouldn't say that. I can't trade on that. George say it tonight, so I could share that. Errol say if he knew that, he joined my party. But I can't tell Errol that. I can't tell anybody George business. When TV6 was interviewing me and asked about Mark Meadow, and we say we give that man all the respect. Everybody deserves a second chance in life. They start to ask about details about Mark's matter. I said, that you have to talk to Mark about. I can't betray him. That I'm not trading on him. I'm not trying to get props for him. I'm just saying it would be hypocritical of us to say we stand for something and do otherwise. Listen, you have to hear me. I have to live with me. I know Vernon George Sr. was like a father to me. When I was in St. Mary's College on holiday, I would work as a bailiff with George Sr. If George Sr. was a personal friend of yours, you know George Sr. had 1 million solo bottles in his yard. I will say no more. I will say no more. The country we want is on the other side. Even my detractors will tell you. that Philip Edward Alexander would fix it. I never stopped until I fixed the traffic into Diego Martin West. No, I didn't have office, but I finally found a minister that would listen. Jack Warner. Nicole Dyer Griffith put me in the office with Jack Warner and said, Jack, see if this will work, or if we could work together on this. And he said yes. He said yes, and we fixed it. I never stopped until Massey started to paint disabled parking. I used to go and fight and defend it to make sure it was held for the disabled. We still have no law. People telling me I have a law. That's bullshit. They're ratified. The government still playing catch up with things I did 20 years ago. Go and ask Clifton DeCoto who it is gets subventions for the orphanages in Trinidad and Tobago when the courts was putting orphans in orphanages and the state wasn't supporting them. Go and ask him. Ask Clifton DeCoto, who was a minister at the time, who organized the subventions for the orphanages. By the time Clifton get the ministry, he increased the subvention a second time. He said, Philip boy, you know what he was doing. Ask Clifton DeCoto and he will tell you. People know if I touch it, I fix it. When Junior Sammy create, I think it was Junior Sammy, I could be wrong, I set a little chair on in San Fernando. They formed an organization called the 141 Foundation, and I applauded them. Jericho members used to buff them, all they're copying us. I said, no, they have no copying. Once it's homeless people, we helping. Because the Jericho project used to feed and clothe the homeless. We used to collect towels and shampoo and soap for these people living on the street. And when 141 started copy us, I say great. I was hoping they would have lasted as long as the Jericho project. But like everything else, it was for a time and for a season. And that's okay. Jericho project still outside there. Minding family. We've dealt with orphans who were 2 years old when Jericho project starts. Big men and women now when they see me hug and kiss Uncle Philip. Uncle Philip. I don't mind the bad talk. I don't mind the old talk. In 4 weeks' time when I turn this off, it's gone. It's like a TV show that I was watching. All of this. And all the trolls and all the sycophants, they get to move on. They get to go on with their lives and I get to go on with mine. And as I said tonight, who was I was talking to? I said tonight, the one thing that I will be able to say, I told all the members of the Progressive Empowerment Party, I said, those of you who made it past nomination day now, hear this. It's not enough to say we try. We have to say we gave it our best shot. That we held nothing back. That we fought the good fight. I can't give you Tassa. I can't bring Moko Jambi for you. But I could give you truth. I could give you honesty. I could give you real representation. I'll come down in the gutter and fight for you. Follow you into hell. George could tell you, I'll follow you into hell. A homeless man we was feeding asked me for sneakers. He asked me for sneakers. 2 weeks later, I went back with the sneakers for the man, all sneakers that I had. I said, see if this fits you. The man watched me and said, you remember me, boss? When I walk around the savannah, if I walk downtown and homeless people see me, hey, Philip, I'm looking to give me bounce. Because they know that they're not invisible to me. And I know that don't matter to none of y'all. And I know that can't get me no votes, no homeless person, no ID card. That's not what it's for. And this is not a boast. All I'm telling you is, and I want to say this with arrogance and confidence, I will fix it. I will end the reign of the drug traffickers. I will end the reign of the contract mafia. I will fix it. Our budget will drop to 30 billion and we'll get 3 times what we get for it now. I will fix it. I promise you I will fix it. And I'll increase the GDP of this country in quick time. And yes, you see people's names like Vernon de Lima and Atto Boulder. And if I have to drag them here, kicking and screaming, I'll put them in position and tell them, help me fix this. I know a lot of good and decent people. David Nake, the candidate for Tunapuna, is my friend. And we are friends. And this political divide is a little bit difficult to deal with because I have a candidate for Tunapuna and he must beat David Nake. But I support David and it's a weird situation. I just want you to understand. When I tell people Gary Griffith is the best minister of national security this country ever had, I say it from a position of knowing plenty of people doing dead and screaming and popcorn and I'm not there for that. I was there with him. We were in the trenches. I was there when they opened fire on Besson Street Police Station, and Gary was the Minister of National Security 2 weeks before Dana Sita Hall got murdered. I was there when the Porters, when the transformer station for the whole of Western Trinidad blew up, and we had to manage that. It's there for that. So I tell you, that man, Gary Griffith, know his shit. Trust me, he know his shit. But there only so far Gary could go. Under this kind of political directorate, you want Gary to be optimized. You want to drag all of them contract mafia barons and baronesses from their lofty perches, put the Progressive Empowerment Party in office. And it's not going to be easy. I never assumed for a second that it's going to be easy, but we're determined and we're capable, and I know it's going to be a fight down. You think I don't know? You think I'm not aware of the size of what I'm trying to bite off? It just gets worse. They destroy the economy, and now it's worse with COVID-19, because a lot of the people I was going to turn to, they have their troubles too. But there are countries in this world that want to help Trinidad and Tobago. There are companies and organizations, multinationals, that have reached out to me and tell me, just say when. And to the people in the hotspots who know me from the song Gunman in She-Hole, who recognize me every time they see me and they shout, Gunman! I know that you are the most important people in this country. Rescuing you is my mission. Taking the people who shouldn't be in jail out of jail, that's my mission. Fixing the justice system so that could never happen again, that's my mission. Making sure that we can never have poverty and ghetto and at-risk and hotspots in this wealthy and well-positioned fertile paradise, that's my mission. I surround myself with people that will tell you, ask any of them. I'm not easy to work with, but not one of them political parties could have fielded 1, 2, 3 candidates. We field 31. Today, 29 nominated. One, Kelvin Wayne, his wife died yesterday. And he tried to be a part of it, but he couldn't. May she rest in peace. And Kelvin, you have our eternal support. So he pulled out. That moved us from 31 to 30. Gerard Wims had problems with his paperwork in an electoral system that is so punishing that today he can no longer try to represent his constituency because his paperwork was off. So he had to wait 5 years. So that moved us from 30 to 29. Hadassah Charles McLeod is still trapped outside of Trinidad from 29 to 28. But we got an extra person today. Our .14 candidate made it through just before 3 o'clock. Took us back to 29. We almost had our Naparima candidate signed up. The system is shit, and I'll fix it. I'll fix that. I will outlaw that reprehensible, objectionable block. Call a deposit, that $5,000 deposit. All of them that dead in and screaming and popcorn, I want all of them to come. Free to contest. Just fill out your paper and at least try. Try. I'll remove even that obstacle. We will make it simple and easy and deepen the democracy and enshrine human rights and make sure the environment and the animals are taken care of. We have a plan for everything. Mark Beddoe is a candidate and a member of the Progressive Empowerment Party. We will make sure that nothing and nobody is left behind. This live tonight I had to do, and I'm going to do a live and I'm going to talk about everything they ever say about me. Because when we started off, you were supposed to read it. Your mother read it, your father read it, your sisters read, your brother, your friends. Phillip, you see what they're saying about you, boy? You're breaking your own nightclub and thief liquor. You was bribing John DeGans and Naim Mustafa. That's what they're saying now. Bring John DeGans and Naim Mustafa name and thing. Pay them, they don't care. Pay them don't have to care. All them do is bring the noise. But what they didn't understand was, every lash they lash me gets me stronger. So Keith Rowley could tell TV6, Pep, who Pep? I'll tell you who Pep, brother. We formed a political party and we stood up for this country for the first time against the behemoth of a cult, the divisive, tribal, corrupt cult that you lead. And I want to tell you something, Keith Rowley, you're a shit snake, you're a wet spot, and I wish for the opportunity to debate you and expose you for the empty shell, the all hat and no cowboy that you are. I wish I could drag you out from behind the Balizé so that the Balizé people could see you for what you are, a weak and wasteful little man, playing big, all you. Not one of you, not Stuart Young, not Faris Arawi, not Colm, worth what run down your father leg. All you, waste of freaking time. 5 years, only in 4.5 years, all in office, Rohan Senana now looking for a way to stop flooding. Waste of freaking time. All of you there to fed all your nest and full all your pockets and you know it. Waste of freaking time. And all those poor people that had to follow you and wave flags for $200 and $300 that all you're thieving from the treasury, waste of freaking time. And we will fix all of that. I want to be the man that fires Colm Imbert. That is my first mission and I dedicate myself to that. Colm, you hide behind your supporters today. I'll meet you on the hustings, brother. You better know how you're coming. But I don't just want to stop at Colm. I want to be the man that leads the charge that flings Stuart, Faris, and freaking Rowley out of anything to do with politics in this country. Listen, figuratively, I want you to know this. Black and blank and Calcutta ship and all that nonsense that they use as dog whistle for all you, ignore that. Ignore it. Ignore it. Don't even get into the conversation, but what if she had meant? It doesn't matter. It's a waste of time. If you don't have water in your tap, forget black and blank. If you can't afford to feed your children, forget black and blank. If your children go into a shit school, forget black and blank. If you end up in casualty tonight and you had to wait 12 hours to see a doctor, forget black and blank. Forget it. It's of no value. If you could never own a house in your lifetime, where my niece land in America, and 1 year the bank trying to get her to own a house. Forget black and blank. It has nothing to do with you. It is not your circus. It is not your circus animals. The saying is, not my circus, not my monkeys. I can't say that because the trap of the PNM is to bring the noise. I know them now. A PNM operative take Pep and put it on she picture and say, look, Pep used my picture. I said, babe, we don't use ugly people picture. If we're going to thief a picture, you don't think we'll thief a pretty picture? Watch yourself, Papa. And it did, just so, boosh. Now people will say, Phillip, you slapped she down too hard. But it was running away. RTN asks, what is this? What is this? This is a lie. Pep don't play that. But if you're coming at me on my party, don't miss. Don't miss at all. We're here and we're serious. We stood up to the blocks on media. We stood up to the interruptions of the broadcasts on social media. We stood up to the characters assassination, the defamation, the victimization, the threats against life. We stood up to all of it. And I was walking like a man in every one of them stores, you know. Waiting for the day they say, don't shop here. Like a man. I don't shrink. When I walk in the baddest areas in Trinidad, Colm can't walk where I walk in. Brian Manning, where I walk in San Fernando East, by myself, Brian Manning, ain't mad walk there. They eat him raw. Where I could go, Colm can't go. I want Faustin Trace to know, I tell all you are coming back, and I'm coming with good news, because I'm coming as your candidate. I want them to hear me. When the people for Beatham call, they used to tell me, Phillip, we're organized security detail. I said, for what? This God business. I deal with God people. Them people outside there ain't looking to eat nothing. Them looking to get a rescue. And that's what we bring. A better Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm telling you, and I'm saying it to you, don't waste the opportunity. Let us not miss the chance to make a better Trinidad and Tobago for all of us. me supporting the PEP. That's people with integrity. Old ladies will sit me down and tell me, boy, Philip, your mouth hot. But I understand what you're saying. The elders of Trinidad and Tobago, our golden girls, they tell me, don't stop. We have a mission. I will tell you what you could say and what you can't say. You see the young people? The young people charge up for politics for the first time. They like what we're doing. You see that man? I feel that man go fix it. Is a young person tell me that Philip will fix it. So I believe in you.
Register and vote them out. If they can see, vote them out. State your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out with total skull and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Put them out of power, dominate the reign. Let's put our country together again.
A fellow on this thread tonight, and he's a supporter, and he does help financially with the Progressive Empowerment Party. I want to say his name and he'll get vexed. Jerome Gerard Stone. I grew up with them. When I was 3 years old and in preschool, I was in preschool with Jerome and his sisters. Auntie, his mother, is like my mother. My mother tell me, I praying for you, son, but I ain't praying like Mrs. Stone. And when you see people who know you that long, I see Jamshid Ali. Jamshid Ali is my school teacher, English literature teacher. When you see he endorsed me. People tell me he had problems in the family. This one was in this and that one was in that. I know what that for. I know what that for. And people could make mistakes in life. Stop being so judgmental. Let us stop being so hateful. They set that trap for all, they fall in that trap time and time again. Don't dig your own trap. Don't do it. Stand together. Stand with one another. Red, black, yellow, green, every shade in between. Stand together. One people under one flag. Stand against the contract mafia, the white-collar criminals, the corrupt politicians. That's the enemy. That's who you're supposed to be fighting. That is who taking food out your children's mouth. That's who making life so hard for you. Who you think allowing the guns to come in the country that killing black people, 500 dead a year, killing one another. Where you think that coming from? Suffering for work, poverty, can't go forward. Why you think? How you think it comes so? Focus on who breaking the country. Vote them out of office. Vote them and their string pullers away from our treasury. Vote them away from anything of authority in this country so we can fix it. We need less government, not more. We need a real Trinidad and Tobago. I love seeing Marsha Riley waving her flag down by Big Yard. People message me and say, Philip, all of them following you. I don't mind. I'm happy to see that. I feel sorry for Marsha because Marsha Riley forget. I met Marsha Riley when I met Ian Griffith fighting for Arbor School. And Marsha used to cry long tears over what the UNC was doing her child, Jessie Dashley, school, Arbor. And she forget because now she dancing with the same Satan. And that is a lack of integrity on Marsha's part. And like I said about David Naked, Marsha too good for the UNC. She too good for the PNM. And I hope she wakes up. I hope she looks around because whatever black magic and obey, whatever they give her to drink, I hope it shake off because Marsha Riley, that you know as Marsha Walker, is good people. David Naked is good people. Not everybody is bad people, you know. They just get caught up with the wrong company. Your mother tell you, people will take you and they wouldn't bring you back. Marsha, UNC is the people she was talking about. That's who mommy was talking about. They will take your girl and then bring you back. We need all the good people to come back. And again, hear me say this. Errol Fabian, Steve Alvarez, even Suzette Lauer. We will work with anybody. Once you want a better Trinidad and Tobago and capable of working in a team environment, come Come, you talking come home? Kamala, you was never home. Everybody ran away from home. Nobody wanted to be a part of the bacchanal that you selling. You trying to create yourself as the only alternative. That's what you're doing, playing slave catcher. I watched poor Timothy Hammersmith on a microphone. Timothy in the sunset of his life, and he looking to settle along with a pension. So anybody offer him something, he gotta take that. But Timothy was there with Vassant, and Timothy was there with Louis Leasing. Now Timothy, come back to you. Come on. Rescuing Trinidad and Tobago. Tell Robert and Mary, say, boy, Phillip, you know what? They say, I'll post something. Let me see what I could do from the inside. You can't fix hell from inside hell. That is not where it is going to fix hell. PNM and the UNC is two sides of the same cancer. Don't get chained up. PNM and UNC is two sides of the same cancer. Started the Progressive Empowerment Party, I say thank you. To all of you who have given us financially, that has helped us to grow, we say thank you. To all of you who have stood by me, the inner teams, all of the teams, the structure teams, the leadership, all of you, thank you very much. It is you who have done this. I have done my part, but it is you who have done this. To all the members, all the supporters, the overseas members, Denise Xavier, Anthony and Johnson, and the ladies in Florida, and the team, the new team in the United Kingdom that just jump out themselves and doing so much for this party. Listen, we have you to thank, and we will never forget. The Progressive Empowerment Party will live on beyond 2020, but I have already written my resignation as political leader to hand to the chairman, Felicia Holder, if I am unsuccessful in leading us into government. I have already written my resignation letter as political leader if we are successful in getting into government. Because if I am Prime Minister, I want to make sure that the actual stewardship of the party is in good hands. I can't be boss of everything. Somebody has to lead the PET, lead the PEP. And I am in my last 4 weeks. Because no matter what happens, I am either in government or I am out of government. And if I am out of government, I am out of politics. This is my last hurrah. And I'm only giving a term, 5 years of my life left. I have only so much life left. I watch my dad and I know that I have so much Christmases, so much Carnival, so much Eid, so much Diwalis left, and I don't want to waste them fighting up and arguing shit in the parliament. I want to go in and fix things and get out. I will fix it, and I will fix it in quick time. To those who tell you 5 years is not enough time, bullshit. 5 years could fix water, 5 years could fix education, 5 years could fix healthcare, 5 years could fix and turn around how we do Local government replacement with a constituency board of supervisors. 5 years could end corruption. 5 years could build a maritime security wall. 5 years could move the port of Spain. 5 years could decentralize Port of Spain. 5 years could change Trinidad and Tobago, turn it around, generate jobs, create hope, create opportunity. All those who have a job and want to own a home could own a home. 5 years could fix this country. And that's all I'm prepared to give. And I'm saying that so you could never say, and it's recorded for posterity in this video and others like it, that I have already tendered my resignation as the political leader of the Progressive. I've written it, sorry, not tendered, I've written it to tender it August 10th. I am either in government or I am out of politics, and you will never hear my voice. If I live in Trinidad and something on fire, like popcorn people, I look in. If somebody make a meme, I dead in and screaming. This is my last hurrah. So all of them who have me to study, I hope when I step away and leave the void for them to step into, I hope they could find their balls in their jockey shorts and step up and do what I've done. Because if not, it was for nothing. It was following me like a flea follow a dog. It was for nothing. Going forward, it's a countdown. It's about what, 28 days, 30 days. Never say never. I want you all to hear me well. One term. I have family. And I have dreams that I have put aside for family, for country. Plenty of the just come, now come, overnight celebrities. They don't have the record of service I have, you know. I have been an activist in this country for 26, going on 27 years. The Jericho Project was a serious organization. Plus, I was a social activist par excellence. We stopped counting my blog in 2013 and we had crossed 1 million words when Maxi Coffee run me down to write for the Mirror. He said write for both editions, weekend and weekday. Nobody else was doing that, only me. For $300 a column. To spend that money in the gas to go and pick up the check. It might be less, it might be 200, I can't remember. Somebody estimate or count 1,400 hours of live video. That wasn't wise. Somebody count. Vernon Dilema says last train from Port of Spain for him too. Another man with a life of service. A lifetime of service. Listen, the contract mafia don't care about me and they don't care about you. They care about money. One thing, money. And whatever facilitates that money. And whoever can make it so that the doors can open in the treasury so they can eat. They don't care about Wendell Eversley and his big mouth. I hope Wendell went and paid back the man who garbage bin. He and the drunken partner mash up. I hope they went and paid the man back. They didn't care about we. They didn't care about this. They didn't care about Mr. Petrotrin security guard. They didn't care about you. You could starve to death. They didn't care. You out there feeling like you is part of something is nothing. If Kamala gave you a jersey and some money, take it, brother. Take it. I know life hard, it's tough, and you have nowhere to go, and you have all the time in the world to get there. I get it. But come off me. I counting down. My expiry date is in sight. You want to take credit for me not getting into government? Take credit for that. Cut off your nose to spite your face. You won't be the first to say, Massa, look a hole in the fence. Come and see. You won't be the first. You're not going to be the last. I am doing. Tonight, I went St. Vincent Street corner and call out Sabga. You have them balls? You have them balls? Because if you can't find that in your drawers, hush. It's easy to sit down behind a screen and talk that. People is just, anyway, you know what? We need your help. We need your support. Shari Wilson, Michelle Davis, Sean Sunarine on Facebook as Trini Mamu. They're in charge of mobilization. They need your help. Michelle Davis, especially, she coordinating the walkabout schedule. We need your help on the ground. Felicia Holder and her whole finance team, we need your money. Any kind of money you could give us now. We're counting down the time. 4 more weeks, 3 more weeks, how much time it is? We need it. We need your money. We're paying for media time on them same station. On them same TV station, we're buying media time. We come to you, and we come to you to tell you all the things that are wrong and all the reasons why they're wrong and all the ways to fix them and what's our timeline and what's our budget, what's measurables, what's metrics, and how to hold us to account. And people say, I hear this before. Bullshit. You never hear it before. None of them ever had reason to tell you before. They talk Parata and Dalpuri politics. They talk who zooming who. Before the Progressive Empowerment Party, you never hear nothing like this amount of policy. And if you say so, you lie. And it's them small lies that have Satan waiting for you, salivating to eat your heart in hell. Because the truth of the matter is, before the Progressive Empowerment Party, there was never nothing like me. And while I am happy and I understand that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I love that I have spawned so many imitators, I am looking forward to when I am in government or stepped away from politics. I'm just looking to see what they do with their lives. What happens next? I will know wherever I go, I have done my endeavor best. I gave what would have been a quarter of my life to my country. My parents raised me a certain way, you know. And how I get raised is, while I driving down by Colors, I'm going by Colors because Andrea and Colin and Andrea Burkett, I on a WhatsApp list with Colin and Andrea Burkett. And when Andrea sent out the WhatsApp, and she says stew beef with melangen and cassava pie and callaloo and thing, and I'm driving there to get my lunch. I call her, coming for one. If you ever meet Andrea Burkett, ask her this. As message her, I come in for one. A couple of minutes, change that to 3. A couple of minutes later, we're taking 5. You have 5, you can make 6. Because once I go in by her, my mind starts to tell me, mommy, daddy, sister, son, everybody who could eat and call and see, all you get lunch yet? All you want lunch? Here what Andrea and them have. If I drive in up by Sharon Sajuddin family in Santa Cruz, Roti Cafe, I never go there for one roti in my life. I never go there and spend less than $300 in my life. When I going up to Roti Cafe, I call it all kind of friends. Hey, I'm going to Roti Cafe, you want a roti? Ask Barry Landry Smith, ask Felicia, ask my lawyer. When I tell people about roti, and I know that it's the best roti in the world, I'm saying to you, my parents raised me and my brother and my sisters that way. Took care about others. And to whom much is given, much is expected. That's how they raised us. The piece of my life that I gave to Trinidad and Tobago will give me the opportunity to say, I have taken care of my family and I have taken care of my country. You know, the Bible say that what you want to hear is welcome, good and faithful servant. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. When George told people tonight on Gael, on this live, what I did for him, I would never, ever talk that without George saying it. And there are so many people. There are people who are on the live right now, if they want to tell you their story, it starts with, you won't believe when Phillip was there for me. I've grown up that way. I'm arrogant, I just talk hard, I just cuss. To work for me or with me, I on a mission. Come now, man. If you're weak, back off. Don't come near this. Because they're going to tell you, Phillip, don't stop. Phillip, don't stop. We limping and we going. Because we have a mission. I tell them today, the 3 keys of success. Visualize your goal. Identify what is required to achieve your goal. Do not deviate. That's it. That's what I was taught. Don't come off until it's done. Don't step off the court until the game over. Michael Jordan said the same thing. Leave it all on the court as sweat. I will know that I gave back to my country. Again, this is a throwing down the gauntlet to all of them, and it's not much of them, who easy. You see, Dilwood know. Dilwood Braffett know that he could never do what I do. And he's tried. He spent a lot of his personal money out of hubris trying to imitate me. He's looked for a Phillip, AJ Khan. I remember the first video AJ Khan did, and I laughed. I remember the first anyway, Nikolai. When I saw Nikolai and I realized what they were doing, I laughed. Because I knew that what they thought was, if you butter the pan and stick it in the oven, you get a cake. There are plenty steps there to get that cake to rise in that pan, you know, and to get that nice little brown caramelized topping. I'm talking like Ian Griffith. When he giving you an analogy, he doesn't know when to stop. When the pan come out and you bust the 2 clips on the side, you let it steam. And when Ian Griffith, one of the founders of the Progressive Empowerment Party, met him when I met Marsha Walker, she should be here. She should be part of this. This is where David Naked should be. David, tell me, Phillip boy, I want to help them people. That's the only reason I'm doing this. And I respect that. I have to respect that. But it wasn't easy, and Dilwood could tell you what Phillip do. If Dilwood have balls like a real man, he will say, all right, I tried 4 times. All of the people in PACT, all of them. Horace Mahara was part of PEP. People don't know that. I'll give you a new name. He leave early. He went and organized Dirk or Darrell de Goville and a couple Syrians, and they say $5 million. We're doing it. They organize big launch. We're having a launch in a panyard. I say we did. We're 1 year old. They forming a party just like ours. They take some of we members. They rent a whole panyard. Well, I say we did. Well, fellas, guys and girls, we gave it the old college try, but it looks like they put out a release. The panyard will be too small for the anticipated crowd. We go in a whole community place down by Westmore, a whole big premises. And I say, well, Jesus Christ, it's over for true. If the panyard too small for the crowd you're anticipating, and that was followed by a release, farewell to our best intentions. It died in the womb. It's a miscarriage. We cannot do it. Phillip and his crew makes it look easy. But it's not. PACT dead. AJ Khan and the Independent, whatever it is, I'm trying to remember the name, the return of the Independence, the attack of the Independence, some kind of martial arts bullshit. Dead. Nikolai don't need Dilwood to be an independent. Nikolai don't need Diana Kelly to be an independent. Nikolai don't need none of them. All of them need him holding on to his little coattails. Poor little black boy with potential, Nikolai. And all Nikolai needs is somebody like me who could give Nikolai direction, guidance, and an opportunity. Oh, I see. Yes, I couldn't remember. Some stripping this soup. And I had to put Nikolai on the map. I remember today, I tell you, Amar called me and he interviewed on his radio station all of our candidates. He said, boy, you real pull out people, boy. Where them people come from? He said, I like this one. And you know who I like? I like that one. Lima name called, Akil name called, Felicia name called. He said, but you have some real people with potential there. That's why we're out here 4 years now. Not like Kirkwaite, who formed a party named Now, 1 month before, and looked to cuss that he can't get no candidates, so it's just me. I'll blame it on COVID-19. So we will learn how to plant lettuce in Laventille West and pretend that we was going to be 41 candidates. Like, Michaela, come out, hitting the inside, she tied when she walk in, Panday, when Jehul Brown was interviewing me. I say, she have political pedigree. She is practically political royalty to the Indian community. She is a Pandey. And the hopes of the Indian community were supposed to already be resting on her. So if she and her father, Bastille Pandey, couldn't do what I did, you see how serious what we did is? You see how serious? So when Dilwood pumping money from the American army that they're paying him into Nikolai, They still can't get nobody else. And all the nice, they have 3 beautiful, talented young ladies involved in that progressive party that have far to go politically, and I want them to hear me, as does Nikolai. As does Nikolai. Shake off all of those who ride in you to prove a point. Because of them you failed. Hear me? So when Mr. Petrochin, baton twirler, flashlight shiner, want to talk to me about he was in the PEP and he leave, but now you wasn't in the PEP long enough to warm a seat, and you leave and you're talking about we 3 years now, move on, this relationship done. And when you're calling a list of people, you must be able to say, since they left the PEP, they have scaled these marvelous heights. But you can't say that. You and them still toting. Poor Ali G come down to Trinidad and ride around in car. Anybody that will bad talk Phillip on a live video, she there with them. For what? For what? You still can't get that feeling you used to get from being in the PEP. Still can't get it. I just talked to Errol on this live Akil Innes, you know, okay? We just talked to Errol live on Gaia, live on this thing. A combination live. We need to clear the air on these things. Only because, and I want to talk tomorrow, what Dane Wilson and them was sharing. What Dane Wilson and them was sharing. I want to, that was supposed to destroy me. I will go through it one by one. Now you can't find Dane Wilson nowhere. I hope he's still alive. I hope nothing didn't happen to him. Lost in Belize. Yeah. This was not meant to bad talk nobody. But for a long time, I have had to sit and let people have this say. People have said some reprehensible, defamatory, and nasty things about me. Hurtful things. And I have had to continue walking this journey, hearing that. But today is the 17th of July. And the elections is on the 10th of August. So we're still 11 o'clock, we have an hour left in the 17th. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 more days. My political career, my writing that on the wall, my political career has 24 more days left. 24. Tell Aquila and Tony and Petrotrin guy, tell all of them, there's going to be a void. After all the talk, step up. Make sure that you can do what I have done for the past 26 years. Make sure that you're prepared to give that much for free. Make sure I raised my son Christmas Day feeding homeless people. Joshua Phillip Alexander knows homeless people and they know him. He grew up. Ask Melissa Dassarat, who was on CNMG, and she say her first story, stand up in the rain on Independence Square, me and my young son feeding homeless people every Christmas Day. I hope Petrotrin security guard and Dilwood and who's the next one? Aquila and Tony. All the tata that you tell Mama Coco and Papa Toto. I hope you could put your money where your mouth is, because I am counting down 24 days. I am either in government, which means politics done, because they have no politics in government, you know. If I get into government, I serve in PEP members, UNC members, PNN members, non-aligned members. If I get into government, I serve in 1.4 million Trinbagonians. So politics done. And if I don't get into government, politics done. And I will retire. properly satisfied that unlike Rowley and Kamala, who walk into other people's parties, we built one. You can't talk to me. Rowley can't talk and Kamala can't talk. And every time I watch, Kamala Prasad Misesa as a big woman surrounded by an entire party of incompetent empty vests that can't come up with policies of their own, that have to come on my wall and copy and paste what I say, I take it as an immense compliment that even these people who pass themselves off as real leadership can't lead without me. Kamala might be in charge of the UNC, but I have been leading it since 2017, since they start copying my policies. Keith Rowley is a wet spot on life. Nobody need him. Nobody need a Keith Rowley, not Trinidad especially. I'm saying this there, and I want you to hear me, because I want you to man up and stand up, because if we don't, and it's not my job to stay here and go down with the Titanic. That's not my job. I didn't sign up for that. I signed up to give. And listen, I got in an accident. Go on my wall and you will see. A truck broke a major road. October the 10th, 2008, my mother's birthday, and write me off. Look. See that? Those of you who've never seen it. That. See this on my arm here? See all of that? That's from that accident. See? That hard way to reconstruct my arm. And lying down on a hospital bed, and then for 6 to 8 months on a couch, I agreed to give 10 years to Trinidad and Tobago. That ended in 2018. We were 1 year into the Progressive Empowerment Party, and I had toyed with getting out of politics then. I had even written a resignation. And every now and then the PNM and the UNC to share it, to shock members. Look, Phillip out of politics. Undated. Yeah. But the members convinced me to stay on. Look. Brother, anyway. The Better United movement spoiled our chance of pulling Steve Alvarez. You heard Errol Fabian say tonight he wished he knew more, he'd have joined with us. If we had Steve Alvarez and Maruga Tableland and Errol Fabian. But I want to tell the Progressive Empowerment Party members this. I want you all to vote for Errol Fabian as if he was wearing a pep shirt. I want you to vote for Errol as a pepper. From tonight, I dub him an honorary pepper. I want you to support Errol Fabian in St. Joseph. I want you to support Steve Alvarez and the DPTT in Maruga Tableland. I'm waiting to find out if Steve successfully filed his papers. And if he did, I want you to support Steve Alvarez. And I want you to support the two of them as if they were peppers. That gives us 31. Give us a special majority in the parliament. You want to fix it? You want to fix it? Let's fix it. All of those that hide behind fake profiles, that can't talk like this, they can't stand up here. You know? Not one of them ministers, not one of those politicians could stand where I stand and do what I do night after night. Not one of them. None. Kamala can't go off script. If she go off script, she's get herself in trouble. Duncy head churn, black man, blank man, all that nonsense is her trying to be clever. You're not. You're not clever. All you are is a figurehead to a confused people who Eric Williams tried to damage and who people like Manning and Rowley exacerbated. Steve filed his papers. Excellent. Excellent. The Progressive Empowerment Party supports Watson Duke in Tobago. We support Errol Fabian in St. Joseph and Steve Alvarez in Maruga Tableland. That's the sum total of people outside us. If Gavin, Nicholas and the MND file papers in Diego Martin, you must wash them with licks. I told Gavin it's a stupid move. You cannot do it. You go and fight Rowley. You send your farmer partner to fight Rowley. Waste of time. And you know we were sending Felicia up against Rowley. Because Felicia is plenty more politician than Rowley is. But we know Rowley is a disrespectful thug that have no respect for women. And that's why he attacked Marsha Riley Walker today. And I didn't want to subject Felicia to that. Because when you see, you go after my people, and it's get kind of vex. And it's go too far. 24 days left, I will count it down. With pride. Happy to have served. I have accomplished more in my life than most sitting politicians. 2 laws, change lives for the orphans, for the disabled, for the homeless, got a highway built. Come now, man. As a resume, par excellence. 24 days. Put me in government, or put me out of my political misery. We go forward from here. Felicia's number is 769-4590. We need your urgent financial assistance. She chairs the finance arm. We have people who are putting money now. They realize that we're serious. And the ability to field 29 candidates, watch them. That will go down in Trinidad history. There was no deep pocket financiers that like what Winston Dukaran attracted in the Congress of the People. This was just us, everyday people like you, wanting a better TNT. And if you want a better TNT, you are going to have to vote PEP. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.